Okay, welcome back. From where we're gonna pick up from where we stopped in the last part of this tutorial. In this part of the tutorial, we're gonna work on the enemy AI. So first of all, we're gonna since we've worked on this some part of the animation, but we're not done with the animation yet. We're gonna have a script. We need something to manage our enemy AI. So let's make our enemy chase our player. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna say create a C# script, and we're gonna say enemy manager. No spacing. Manager. Yeah. So allow that you allow it to load, and before we go to then we'll open it, allow it to load. We're just getting into this, so we'll soon be done with this game soon. We'll have a full game in our hands. So then we open the tutorial, we open the code, sorry. Here. So now what we're gonna be doing is, okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. This is not actually what we need for the game, but let's just use it to test this robot, this zombie first. So we're gonna say public game object player. Now one of the voids that we're gonna say player is equals to game object dot find game object with tag, and put in brackets. In brackets we say in parentheses we'll find the player with tag player. Then now we're gonna save these. I'm doing this so we can know if the zombie is gonna chase us. Okay, so now we'll go back to Unity. We'll let the code load. Just to know the robot to chase us. The zombie will chase us, that's all. But it's gonna be very useful in our tutorial. So first of all, you're gonna make sure the player address. You make sure the player is tagged player. Good. Then under the zombie, we're gonna drag this enemy manager. Then yeah, overrides. We should apply all. Then we're gonna play the game now. We ain't gonna put anything here because automatically it comes there by itself. Wait. So Control Shift P. So let's say okay, you see it here? The player is inside already, so you got the tag properly. This our player is right here. Good. So stop the game now. Now what we're gonna be doing is, so what we're gonna do next is gonna say Windows AI navigation. Okay, next before we bake the scene for the enemy, we just go under the city. Then there's invisible wall and woods. We're just gonna deactivate it for the meantime. And the street block decoration, we're gonna have to set it to static, so just on static. Yes, children. I will make everything static. Yes, change children. Now we're sure that it's all static. And because I want my enemy to spawn at the invisible walls and the woods, I will say I deactivated it before baking, but I'll still make it. I'll remove it from static for a while. The wood is never static. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna select. You're gonna select this and this. And we'll go under the navigation. Under navigation, we're just gonna bake. So we let it bake, and so now we can see where it can go to. Okay, these are the places that this player can go to. Good. Okay, so now we're done with this, so just go back to our inspector. Then we'll go the invisible one in the woods that we deactivated. We have to go back to activate them. Yeah. So we have to deactivate this here so we get what we want. That's nice. That's very nice. Now to make our enemy, that's a zombie, to follow us, we just click the zombie. Another zombie, we add a component and we say nav, the nav mesh agent. Yeah. So okay, so what we're going to do next is we'll go back to our enemy manager and we'll just copy this. No, that's okay. Just no need to copy. Using Unity engine dot AI. Yeah. Then we're gonna do this now. Okay, so on that vital bit, we're gonna say get component. Then we're gonna do this arrow. We can say nav mesh agent. Then close it. Then you put your parentheses. For the got is parentheses. The destination is equal to player dot transform dot position semicolon. Okay, now we're gonna save it first and see if the enemy follows us. So head back to Unity. We let it just save. You know, it's always gonna, you gotta save. We're just gonna let it save, and so we'll go back to, so we'll play the game now. See, he's chasing us. You see, he looks, he goes after us. Just on the back, you see it's coming. That's cool, right? But the animation is somehow awkward, so we'll still work on that. Okay, so now what we're gonna do now is that the next is that we're gonna copy this name. Then I'll go down here. That's still under this void update, and I'm gonna we're just gonna say if in bracket in parentheses, sorry, get component nav mesh agent then you put your parentheses again, dot velocity dot magnitude is greater than 1, is greater than 1, then what you copy, the animator dot set bool, then in parentheses in quote is running, comma through true. So that is true. And put a semicolon. Then what we're gonna say is, what if this doesn't happen? So we're gonna say else then we're just gonna say this. Then instead of true, we're gonna say false. Yeah, false. Okay, so now let's go saving it and go back to our scene. So we're just gonna write to load, and it gonna take a little while, it's not gonna take time. Okay, yeah, so we're done with that loading. Now what I just wanted to do was, okay, I think it's not that important anyway, but we'll just let it go. So let's just go back to what we have for today. So we'll go back to the zombie. Okay, now we see that it needs an enemy animator. So what we're gonna be doing is, okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. Under the zombie, you see this enemy animator, we're gonna drag the root. Because what we need is this this zombie animator here. So just dragging the root into here, the enemy animator will know what you need. So you see this arrow is gonna show you're gonna know what you need. So we're gonna start our animation now. And let's see what happens. So you've seen it. This is where the player is moving with. Good. Okay, he's coming up. I just found out we had an error. Based on our animator, is running and I is the smaller letter, so we use Capsule Collider in our code. So that's the error we made. And apart from that, the speed, we're just gonna increase the speed of our zombie to 5.5. So let's go work on that code error. So just is running. Yeah, because I was wondering why is it not running in the game, and that was amazing. So let's go check it in our code now. I just load a little bit and I'm gonna run it. And this time it should run. Even though it doesn't run, it should show like it's running. You know what I mean by it's running is something like that. Not moving around, thinking it's running, it's not like that. Yeah, you see? It's chasing us. Cool. I seen how we're running from the road. So now this is what makes the game more cool. At least we can run from this stupid zombie. Now I think just look for his trouble a little bit. Okay, we have a lot of work to do today, so let's continue. Okay, so under this zombie, because I don't like the fact that he's just jamming us and he's somehow. So we're gonna add the Capsule Collider. Now the Capsule Collider that we added, I'm gonna make the y-axis to be 2 and the radius to be 1, something like that. Then here I'll go with 2.5. Then we're gonna add a rigid body. Then I'm gonna constrain everything. Gonna freeze all the positions. Yeah. Then I'm also gonna use gravity. Okay, so next is that we're going back to our scripts. Then what we're gonna be doing now is what is an on collision enter? Yeah, so this we're gonna do in our private void on collision enter. Then in bracket, in parentheses, you do collision then collision. Okay. Then you're gonna say if in brackets, in parentheses, collision dot game object is equal to the player then we're gonna want to print something on the console. So debug dot log in bracket in parentheses player hit. So we're gonna hop on back to Unity and the next, okay, let's just load. Okay, that's what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the script and create a C# script and call it player manager. Okay, then we'll go over to opening it. The next thing I'm gonna say is public float health is equals to maybe 100. Okay, so next I'm gonna say public void hit. Then in brackets you're gonna, in parentheses you're gonna say float damage. Then we're just gonna say health. Health is equals to health minus damage. So we're gonna save this one. I'm gonna go back to the enemy manager. Another enemy manager, I will just remove this. I don't know why I put it here, but just remove it. Then we'll go under the animator. I'm gonna say this public float damage is equal to 20f. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is another collision in place of that debug language, and we just say player get component. Then we're gonna get that player script, the script over here. This script here, we're gonna get it. So you say player manager, yeah, in your parentheses dot hit, and in parentheses you say damage, semicolon. So after saving the script, we'll go on to our Unity. That will let you install, sorry, will let you load. Just for a little while.